hope you guys can hear me because it's really loud. It's can hear birds being sucked in from space. It's absolutely so incredible to see and hear this thing in my driveway after like running after so long. It's incredible. It really is. Like it's wow. A bit of leakage happening, but I already knew about that. It already is partially warmed up because I started it this morning. So I'll turn it off for now. Yeah, welcome back. This is the next video. We're going to start tidying some things up in the interior because they're horrible. I'm going to run over pretty much the whole car for anyone who's new and hasn't seen the car before. It is actually a VT that I have transformed into a VX. A very long time ago, almost 2 years ago. Actually, no, 2.5 years ago, I turned this into a VX. And then, yeah, a year and a half ago, I smacked a gutter and fully destroyed this whole side. I wasn't doing anything stupid. It was kind of just hydroplaned into the gutter. Yeah, pretty annoying, but fix that up, and then one thing led to another, and here we are. I have a fully built car that is absolutely absurd in every way possible. Yeah, we'll get into it. But pretty much my entire plan for today is to have it ready to transport to work, to have the majority of everything done that I need done to it before it can go in for its final tune. It's not tuned yet. There's lots of things missing, as you can see. Obviously there's problems that it has. It is currently, yeah, has a drive shaft unbolted purely because it is a welded diff. So yeah, I've got to tidy up the whole interior because the interior is absolutely munched. I've got to install all the cowling up the front, make some custom stuff. We'll get the bonnet back off and this back off, and I'll explain why that's there in a second. Because I'm used to recording videos as I sort of am, like holding the phone like this, I don't have a tripod, so I'm going to use a recycling bin. So I'll get that set up and we'll start taking some stuff off. Also, wouldn't mind getting a mic for myself because that would be a lot better. Instead of me having to scream. This is pretty much here because underneath the cowling, if any of you guys know Commodores, you'll know that there is, like this is where the particulate filter sits under in here, and mine is open directly to the ECU. Now it is like it's a Haltech Elite 2500 ECU, so it's not cheap. And yes, they are waterproof, but I'd rather not risk it. So I had to come out here yesterday with the 80 mils of rain that Sydney got. And yeah, I've also scratched my paint putting the bonnet back on last time from the last video where I took it off, which I'm a little bit annoyed about. But other than that, with all the work that happened in the bay, not a single scratch. So I'm pretty keen. That is so good for your back. You have no idea. I want to get like the guards and all that off. Everything's pretty much just done up by hand because there's not really much need if I'm not going to be taking it on public roads just yet. Very, very irritating. I also hope my phone doesn't run out of storage because it did yesterday. So I may have to clear through a bunch of stuff. All that. Yes, you are. Yes, the car is getting resprayed. I'm not keeping it looking like whatever this is. The guards do have to come off too. I'm going to use this as a little bolt. Oh, okay, that screw's gone now. I don't think this. Yeah, wow. I love looking at this thing. I really appreciate it. This is it. It's the whole schmozzle. One thing I am gonna blab on about for a little bit is one thing that I really need to do with this before anything else really is install gauges. I need to go and buy gauges and plumb them all in because I don't know what anything's doing, unfortunately, without a laptop. Like I can plug a laptop into the Haltech and get all the information that way, but I don't have like oil pressure, water temp, nothing. I don't have any gauges. Nothing in the car works as of yet. So that and fixing the brakes is like top priority. But I'm going to start tidying up all the wiring on the inside, and most importantly, flipping this battery around because I really dislike that. Boom, turn back around, much nicer, much safer. Now I don't have to worry about anything shorting out because the positive terminal was on this side, which you can see is very close to the chassis, and I have actually notched like this out so that I have the correct clearance, and up here has been notched so I don't, nothing touches, everything works. This is my bus bar that I made down there. I actually have to fix that because apparently it's loose or something or other. There's something going on with it. I think one of them's a bit, that one's a bit loose to be honest. So yeah, I've got to tidy some stuff up. There's like this needs to be fixed a bit more securely. I do have to run a fuse for that, but we're getting to that a little bit later because I don't actually drive it properly. So yeah, main earth, which runs down, please get out without scratching the paint, runs down to there. It's pretty good. And then yeah, just slips on nice and good like. Well, I have the battery disconnected and there's no power to the car. I'm gonna tidy up all of this because that's really bad. I'll set it up as a time lapse and get that cracking. And yeah, that's sitting in my headrest currently. I'll just like edit out the parts. I don't know. I'll do some magic and whatnot. I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. I also have no idea what I'm looking at. Look at it. Boom. So I had that. That is for tuning. Send help. I need to go get cable ties. I need cable ties to be able to do this properly. I need cable ties. I'll be back. I did not have to go far for cable ties. That was awesome. For the time being, I am just going to strap everything up sort of as one bundle because then I can, like, see that already looks so much neater as is, and all of this and these need to go through a different hole. They need to go through the big square hole, rectangle hole, not the round hole, because that's not how I set it up originally. So these run into the fuse box, so they've got their own, I think, relay or fuse. Why is there one missing? Where have you gone? What has happened? Anyway, oh my god. Alright, you can be unplugged now. I'm going to pull all these through and leave them outside the car for now while I fix up under the dash. There's a lot of wiring under here. Because I had the smart idea to, yeah, hide all the wiring for some reason. Don't ask me why, but I did. Alright, one. Absolutely beautiful. Doesn't fit anywhere near as good as what it did when I first had it, but I might make some straps at the front here. So see, I've got this stainless one here. I might make another one to go there and there, just to kind of tie it all together. But that is pretty much this part of the wiring done. Obviously minus like tape and stuff, but we'll get this. I reckon we'll be able to plug this back in. So that can kind of just hang out. And now I know where both of these wires are coming from, which is good. We can clean up the floor a little bit. Look at all that. Don't know where that came from, but we can ignore that. Oh, mate. Cleaners have seen the floor yet. Yeah, you can see how much neater and tidier that is already. I'm going to try and get the glove box like in, actually install the glove box. And then yeah, I'm going to do that off camera only because it's kind of a pain and I've got to get into awkward positions so I'm not going to see it. So when I come back, and then I'll also feed through all of this off camera because it's boring, you don't really need to see it, and get it all how I want it, and come back, show everyone, and then I wouldn't mind putting my black door trim back on, which would be pretty good. Fuse box is back in. See in there, very nice. That all closes up good. I've left all of this particular stuff out because I reckon this is where I'm going to have my ECU mounted. I'll have like a little panel that I'll make up to go in there, and obviously the cover will go on, and it will either just like have some strong magnets or something holding it in, or bolts or whatever, so that I can just unclip it, which will be pretty easy. The can pad, I don't know where I'm going to put that yet. It'll either be in there somewhere with a custom thing with other switches, or down under in here, somewhere pretty easily. Like, I want it to be easily accessible, but also not seen, sort of thing. Like, I would mount the Haltech down there, but I feel like that's a bit of a high risk area. I'd rather have it in a safer spot, like up there. There's no airbag that came in this car anyway, from factory, so that's the only airbag from factory. So unlucky to my passengers. What what else? Yeah, and I've got to figure out where all of these wires go, because some of these will be for, like, maybe this. I know all the lights work, I know the cluster works. Besides for that yellow wire needs to get hooked up to it somewhere, which it's not my job to do that. And yeah, the coolest feature that I also like about this is, where did I put the key? Which pocket is it in? It's in this pocket. I'll show you this. I've done this ages and ages and ages ago. But this was probably one of the first wiring things that I've done. So, I've got USB charging ports with voltage gauge in the back, fast charger and standard charger. That's pretty cool. I was gonna make little surrounds for them, but both of them are in there and they both work. Very functional race car vibes. Saggy roof on it already. And we have a gaze for how loud this fuel pump is. Saucy. And until I take this to work, I can't really do much more with the wiring. I can't wrap it up yet because I have to take out that big silver box down there. I'll take all that out, and the wiring runs like over and around it, so that's not gonna particularly happen just yet. Inner cooler stuff can't come out yet either, because again, not at work, don't have any of my stuff here to do it with. That's, realistically, that's about it. I mean, I've got these covers, which are pretty cool. I don't want to scratch them up and stuff, but these are for the, like, airbox area. So if I just slide this in here, like that. I've got one for the airbox, and then I've got another one over here for the battery box. So it's all fully enclosed, because I bet a couple of people were probably wondering about that wire back in there. And that all gets bolted down all nicely, so she's nice and symmetrical. Like, okay, I'm going to drain the battery if I keep it on for too long, especially with that fuel pump going absolutely ham back there. But yeah, you get the point. At least that's one thing that I can tick off the list. And then brakes and other stuff, and strut bar. I want to put the strut bar back on, like the strut brace, because I've got everything set up, ready to go. I've already made it. I'm just going to put it back in, install it again. Beautiful. I can't get over how good this bay looks, but until the next video, I'm gonna, I don't know, I'll do some other stuff off camera, and we'll keep get updated in the next video when I show everyone what else I've done off camera, and blah 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 blah. We've run out of things to talk about.